Hello there, and welcome to episode 21 of Equal Board. And the fort might not be the happiest fort that I ever had, but it's also not the unhappiest. We've been recently announced to be a barony, and as you see here, we're even founding hillocks now, as we are so flippin' rich. So things are working on out quite decently for us. I really love it when my fortresses spawn hillocks. There we go. So this is economically linked to us. Let's hope it'll go like that. Okay, cool stuff. Apart from that, well, today I want to get started with the interior of this place. So we're going to start out with something very plain, obviously at the first glance, limestone. So I figured that we will have to get some other flooring in here. And limestone is flux stone. It's actually a pretty valuable stone. I also figured that we can't plate the entire interior here with metal plates, because if you put in too much bling into something, you kinda unbling the bling, if you get what I mean. So stuff doesn't look fancy anymore. So we need to put some method into our madness, basically, is what I'm getting down to. So, another thing that crossed my mind, I really want to use one of my old quarries, and I think we're going to use the siltstone one as a storage zone for limestone boulders, as currently we just have way too many of these. I mean, sure, then we get a new problem that we have a lack of space for all those siltstone boulders, but one problem at a time, my good friends. One problem at a time. So, there we go. Limestone's going to be stored here. And obviously, we're going to limit some wheelbarrows. And we're also going to tell our limestone stockpile to pick up from the stockpile in the future. So take from the stockpile. Alright. This will hopefully get us somewhere. I just figured that I want to get rid of all the limestone that's just lying around everywhere. And I mean, you could make them invisible. You can also, like a wise commenter said, just announce a garbage dump zone, and then you just dump it all down there. It's also a solution. But I come from RimWorld, and I love the idea that these need some room, you know, those boulders. That's what we're doing. Give those boulders some room. Okay. Nobody does anything so far with those boulders, but we'll be getting there, I bet. Okay. So down here, the mine must go on, you see. This guy bothers me big time. It's really annoying me. With this little cahoots all day long. Choot choot. Alright. So, I got no clue how well off my military is it right now, but I need to kill this thing ASAP. It just bothers the hell out of me. And we also need more trees. Chopped. Choppity chop. Eric. I definitely want to furnish this interior area here one day too, promise. But currently, we have other pressing matters at hand. So let's see. Skill-wise, we have legendary fighters down here. Nice. But we also have recruits that have no skill whatsoever. Dang. So basically, none of them are better off than anybody else. So, iron scimitar. I just figured that it looked weird in the hands of the dwarf, but here we are. Wielding a scimitar. Nice. But yeah. You see how it now looks entirely different than before? It's now standing out from the backdrop. This way. Yeah, they're starting to store the limestone down here too. Nice. Good. So let's get to this place here. I mean, I have already started doing a little bit here, but I really want to change up things. So outside here, the outside walls are all meant to be bronze. So what kind of bothers me here, though, is that I have all these walls that I have to work around with here, so I really want to get rid of these as quick as I can. So this will be obviously the entrance to the tower. So we go this way. What's that? 14? So here I am trying to maintain ratios yet again, like I did the last time. It's just so much neater if you do. Symmetry really looks good, you see. Alright. Let's go down 13 spots here. And let's make it a little bit wider still. There we go. And I think I'm going to go for a formation like that. So we go 13 this way again. And then we make a sort of a cavity inside here. 5 there. 5 there. And then we kind of like hit the main wall here. There we go. Probably will change the outside shape a little bit still. Right now it looks a little bit too much like a set of lungs to me, but who knows. Alright, so preemptive measures. We keep a hole in these walls so nobody will lock themselves in. I know my dwarfs. Alright, currently not much is getting done because I have set up such a huge amount of jobs here that this keeps the fortress busy for a while. Not only do I have set up a huge flooring job, I also ordered them to haul. And if my dwarfs hear hauling, they love this stuff, you know. But I think the majority of the work is currently the new flooring inside here. So this is all to be in the base level, our library. The higher levels of this thing, we have room for at least a second floor. I haven't fully figured out yet. So, I'll wait until this flooring is done. I can't really properly segment this place before stuff's done here. And then we gotta check out if we want to stick with the limestone here or not. The flooring, I mean. So, there's people starting to dehydrate here. Do I not have enough orderlies, or what's the case? Ah, we do. But as it seems, we have a sort of a lack of buckets, people that serve up the buckets. Yeah, but I double-checked a moment ago. The tasks and all are... It's all will. It's all working on out as intended. Alright. So far, I'm digging it. did a good job in many ends in terms of symmetry and all, making these places look somewhat nice. What bothers me still, there's so many people just, you know, still being bound with tasks that seem to take no end. Worst case about all this, we don't even get any trees logged. But I already know this from the past. These huge building jobs, they really just take a toll on the fort's working capacities. It's always like that. So if we look at the tasks, yeah. Hauling is a big task, and then constructing. So we begin there. It is a nice outgoing autumn, and well, we don't seem to worry about anything. What I'm going to do once I'm done with the outside shapes here, probably I will make this a little bit wider done. I want to have a surface tavern that will just be serving people at the surface from the outside. Why is nobody serving these poor sods water? Problem is, making buckets requires either wood or metal. Both of these goods are currently a little bit limited. And as it stands, I see my folks here just busy cleaning up this place. I mean, it is pretty good that we finally do so. Personally feel like this has been taking way too long. But, yeah. Let's put the hauling on a hold, so other things are being made for a hot second. I hope that with the pause on the hauling, these poor guys down here are being fed some water. That shooting and noxious vapor spitting thing there does drive me crazy, though. Just so you know. So, kind of beats me why nobody is feeding those poor guys some water. What I do know is I can't do much about it right now. Okay, but at least the outside walls have finally been built. That's because I finally ordered them to stop hauling. Finally, they're getting stuff done. Yeah. And after that, probably they will finally take care of the people needing water. Probably also about all the other tasks that they got. And then we reactivate the hauling again. Just had a slightly bad feeling about the fact that nobody was doing anything anymore. Besides carrying limestone boulders from one place to another. As commendable as that might be. But somebody could give those poor guys some water, no? What really bothers me the most is that I don't have any clue why they're not putting them into any beds. There's beds and traction tables, there's everything out there that they need. They're just not being put into any of the beds. I have no clue why. Technically, there's everything around they need. Practically, maybe they need soap, I don't know. It's the only thing that I didn't provide so far. Maybe I should start doing that. Okay. Let's put hauling back on a everybody task, and that should do it. Okay, with that all made, we are going to bring ourselves up a ramp here and a ramp there. Yeah, good job. So that problem is resolved now too, huh? Sheesh. Must be a lack of buckets. It's the only answer that I got to this problem there. But since nobody seems to be cutting wood right now, I'm just booking it under losses from the past. Some people are just dying slower than others. Probably a little bit cynical from my side, but game's demanding as it is already. It's super odd though that they don't give that person here water. So let's look what the rest of the fort does. Are they really just filling that stockpile like crazy? No, they're not. What's everybody doing? So that's all the people doing something. A couple of them are resting. Planting. Brewing. Shearing. But yeah, the stockpiling tasks definitely take up the majority of the space there. It's just very, very odd to see that. So alright. I don't know why we are currently getting so few things done. Except for these hauling tasks obviously blocking people. Crazy. But then again, a lot of people were resting too. Well, I'm just impatient as per usual. I know that already of me. It's not the first time that this happens to me. Obviously, folks need some time to recuperate as well. It's the first time that the fort is back in order, obviously. And yeah, hauling seems to take up a lot of capacities from these folks here. Then I'm also reproducing a lot of limestone blocks, as we have used up a lot of these. Yeah, it starts to make sense the longer I think about it. It bothers me still that nobody is providing water here properly. I mean, I have so many orderlies here running. It must be a lack of buckets, primarily. So, more woodcutters, for one, should do something here. But probably I need to pause this limestone stockpile there. Oh, you can't pause them. Ah! Can't pause all manner of things, but that obviously not, eh? Yeah, well. So... socializing. I mean, I am quite surprised that not even my mining tasks have been respected so far. You see, these are top priority tasks. This is kinda... kinda rare, yeah. But as you see here, finally, water supply is also running again. People are not being dehydrated anymore. So... what I do think what might be happening here as well is just my folks are cleaning out the fort. You see, there's so many little items here lying around from the incident that I might be also sitting on problems of the past. But let's do an experiment. And just smallen this place. Oh, the wrong water though. Oh, come on. I hate it when it does that. So we're making this stockpile zone a lot smaller now. There we go. Yeah, people are here again in trouble. Let's see. Maybe the smallest stockpile zones will get my peeps again to some sanity. Ah yeah, jobs are getting done here again too, yeah. Sometimes you just have these moments where stuff takes longer than usual. But people are naming their gear again, so life seems to be good. We just need more wood. I realized, probably, I should simply... Ugh, yeah. God. Sorry. I should probably simply, now I lost track of my, board. Ah, yeah. I should probably simply order a couple of extra battle axes here. And get me more woodcutters. As many woodcutters as it takes, basically. So, yeah. Here we have the typical problem of being unable to see where things end. Oh, shoot. Ah, whatever. Let you guys build another layer on top of it. I don't care. Or, well, I do care. Boom. And boom. There we go. So, putting a lid on it again, you know. And this will also allow me to remove the interior walls and finally put some flooring inside. All inside, you see. Alright. I think that limestone stockpile zone was way too big. And that would that made my peeps go nuts with the tasks and all. Here you go. Smaller one works way better. Let's make it a smidge larger. Sure. Like I said, you could just issue a dump zone, garbage dump zone, and then call it a day and watch them pile these all on one tile. Personally, don't like that too much, as it. I like these challenges. You see, I like it that I need to think about how I get it done and all. I guess we all enjoy different challenges at the end of the day. You see. Alright. So, did they get stuff done down here? No, they didn't. Jeez. Slacking off all day, man. So, since none of these were bigger bodies of water, I'm going to put a lid on these as well. So I can finally start fighting here. You see, all of these bodies of water will be easily drained by just smashing open a wall in the vicinity. So I really don't care about that too much. So left foot needs immobilization. They behave as if they'd not have enough tools, but maybe they don't have enough doctors. Maybe we need more bone doctors. Or maybe just doctors that are not constantly distracted by something else. Maybe that'll help. There's a surgeon coming down there. Immediately a doctor, too. Yeah. So turns out it was mostly a priority problem. Great. Great, great. I mean, these guys are a part of the Sorcerer's Boots squad, you see. It's quite troublesome if they're not available. Or booting around, you know. Okay. Big project up here, just keeping everybody occupied. I don't mind at all. Quite the opposite. All we need to do is keep those trees down. So we're going to have agitated animals for centuries. Why not? Ah, there we go. Finally. That's been about time. So let's close these here. Get us some doors in there. Somebody wants to join us for monster eradication. They say no, you're not gonna. Just not gonna. Alright. So I really hope that this will now change something, as we finally seem to have the doctors now doing more work than ever before. So Reg, the mason, is throwing a tantrum. Why, actually? So yeah, he we gotta say, Reg just never recovered from his injuries too much. I mean, his hands are just not working anymore. Guy was a mason once, and as you see here, his list of injuries is yeah. He's a broken man throwing a tantrum. So we no need to be too scared, but it's still kind of a sad story to see for me. So good. Construction jobs up here are finally done, so I probably can now finally deconstruct these, right? Right, I can. Nice. Oh, man. finally able to get this party started down here. So, where does that leave us for today? Well, it's late winter. We're getting some projects finally closer to completion. There's still some fallout lingering in the air, some frustration that people were not successfully cured of, some desperation from cruelty that happened in the past, things that just have not been paid for. So we're gonna make them pay though, don't you worry. So that all being said, thanks for watching. Drop me your comments down below, leave a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and check out the description box. There's plenty of stuff down there. I'd be super happy if you decided to support this channel as well financially, not only by watching it. Links to that are down below. Many thanks to all of you who do, but a big thanks to all of you watching these videos. I really appreciate your company. Thanks for being around, y'all. And yeah, let's see what adventures we'll experience next time. Bye-bye!